Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 10 Bip Live. We are here. We are live and alive. It's another Thursday night. Things are actually happening and working. Can you believe it? Everything's functioning as it should be. I'm genuinely pleased. Are they? They feel like it. I mean, it seems like it so far. And I'm okay with that. So, also hello, Tony. Hope you're well. Thanks for popping in to say hi while you're out and about drinking coffee and hunting bottles. Unless something's going horribly wrong and I haven't realized it yet. Am I... Oh, something fell. Dorian! With Dorian, aren't you supposed to be on a cruise? Dorian, did you text me earlier and I forgot to... You did. I will reply to you in a little bit. I am so sorry. I show up for people doing cool things. I appreciate that. Hello, co-host. The corking off boy himself, Mr. Kyle. So tonight, we are doing the blind flight that I was supposed to do last week with Jeffrey Wack from Hello Again Whiskey Friends on the Hello Again Whiskey Friends stream that I was not able to make it to. And I didn't know this because I just opened the box, but he also sent me some extra bonus samples. Excuse me. And I'm very excited about these. So I'm going to kick things off with one of them. And it's the Hello Again Whiskey Friends Jack Daniel's Whiskey Around 7 Years pick. That is 129.2 proof. But we also have a bunch of stuff going on in the whiskey world, of course, which I got to catch you up on. Talk about what exactly has been happening. Because there has been a lot. And I'm behind on some things too. I'm not going to get too deep into the well of things, and then we're just going to have a fun time tonight. But first, I got to let you know what's been going on in my life behind the scenes of one Tim Bip, Perry, my Bourbon Pod, whatever you want to call it. And honestly, it's been a pretty quiet few days. Honestly. I want to talk about one thing that... I need to follow up on that. I want to talk about one thing that didn't happen. And I'm very I'm a little bummed about. And I don't really have any particular reason why, other than I would have been curious to have seen if it would have happened or not. And the reason why I said yes to this was not necessarily because I wanted to attend in good faith. Because I feel like most people understand that this is not something that I would have gone to and covered with any sense of... Hello, Jeffrey Wack. There he is. Hello again, whiskey friends. Good to see you, brother. Starting out the evening with your Jack Daniel's whiskey sample, or bourbon, I suppose you would call it. While I'm yapping a little bit about what's been going on this week. But I got this email on Tuesday, and I got an invite recently to an event in LA called Bagel Fest. And I couldn't wrap my head around, first of all, why I had been invited to Bagel Fest. And so I kind of let it slide, and then I brought it up to Chad, my Daily Bourbon, and he was like, why didn't you ask them if you could have gone and covered it, see if they could have, covered, like even Clifton, who also, hello, Clifton, good to see you. Like if they would have covered your flight and, taking you out there and everything, just had you gone and covered it in good faith and, had it been like a fun time where you go and talk to vendors and interview them and cover it from like a bourbon, angle and everything. And I should have tackled it from that angle, but I kind of just let it go. And by the way, this was Bagel Fest West, I think is what they called it. So that means that there's a Bagel Fest East, which I'm imagining is going to be in NYC, and I would like to, pursue that eventually. But so I got this email on Tuesday, and it started out with, "Hi, this is my Bourbon Podcast. We're currently gathering a list of media interested in attending the America First Correspondence Dinner taking place Saturday, April 25th from 6 to 10 p.m. at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. This event will bring together political voices, commentators, and media figures for an evening focused on today's America First movement and the future of political journalism. And if you're interested in attending or covering, you can find more details at americafirstpress.co. I'm happy to provide additional information or assist with press access. Let me know. Deadline is end of day, Thursday, 4/23. Now, I cleared this with my wife, and I was like, it would be really funny if I just went, saw if they would cover my flight out to D.C., and just kind of saw what happened. And unfortunately, they said no, they couldn't cover my flight. And I was like, I'm curious. I'm very interested in attending. It's last minute. Would you all be able to cover my flight out and everything? Now, I'm going to pull this up in incognito mode because I don't want this in my my algorithm. But here are the America First Correspondence Dinner hosts, the comedy lineup, the sponsors, and I'm going to get to why this is a weird thing in a moment, okay? But again, this is happening on April 25th, this Saturday, from 6 to 10 p.m. The National Press Building in Washington, D.C., excuse me. Enrique Chacon, stand-up comedian. Mehdi Amani, stand-up comedian. And JJ Alexander, stand-up comedian. I am not familiar with any of these stand-up comedians. Special guests. Isai Morales, Puerto Rican American actor. Blair White, YouTuber and political commentator. Brock Pierce, chairman of the Bitcoin Foundation. Leo Zaki, candidate for the governor of California. And then it doesn't really matter. What I want to point to here for just a moment is Blair White. If you're not tuned in at all, you might be wondering, who on earth is Blair White? Well, Blair White is a political commentator, of course, but she's trans. She is a conservative trans political commentator. It's basically like if there was a Venn diagram, it would be like a sliver, like in between the two, right? And I mean, you would think that it would be two circles separating the two, but yeah, I understand what you're saying here, Clifton. But a host committee, it doesn't really matter. Who cares? But you could probably register if you really wanted to go. If you're in the DC area on Saturday, bet they're homies with Tim Dillon. I would not be surprised. Wanted to be clear. I understood what you were saying. But yeah. So I also wanted to point something out here too. April 25th, this Saturday. Oh yeah, we stand with the trans folks here. Trans people are people. What are we talking about? Like, I'm not doxing, or I'm not dissing trans people. It's just, it's funny that she is trans, but she's also a conservative YouTube political commentator. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, the whole point I was making is that. But what I wanted to focus on right now, though, is that this is taking place on this Saturday, April 25th, between 6 and 10 p.m. Give me 1 second, because I need to pull this up. Oh, I don't want. Oh, right. The White House Correspondent Association's next annual dinner is on Saturday, April 25th at the Washington Hilton. The official White House Correspondents' Dinner is also this Saturday. So I got an invitation to, like, what is the unofficial version of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Insane. Absolute insanity. And I was joking with my sister, and I was like, hey, wouldn't it be hilarious? Yeah, the uncool list, exactly. It's like, we didn't actually get invited, so we had to make our own dinner, and it was like, we're gonna get people into thinking that We're the real Washington Correspondents' Dinner. It just cracked me up. Anyway, that's my one piece of personal news that's been happening over the past week that I thought would be fun to share with you all. So, hope you enjoyed that. Woo! That's some good Jack Daniels. That's some good Jack Daniels. How do I join Fred? Oh, I don't want to see the picture. Just let me. Yes, I am at least 21 years old. Yes, Jeff. Very good Jack Daniels pick. That is. You know what? We're just going to finish that. That's just going to be how we begin this evening. Hello, Katie Turk. How are you? Oh, my goodness. It's so good to see you. I hope you've been well. Hope y'all are hanging in there. Hope you've been well. Hope things are peachy, as they say. I don't know who they are, but them, you know. Hey, before we get to the news and the beginning of our blind flight from old Jeffrey Wack, wanted to. I'm sipping on Flawless Victory. Oh, okay. Wanted to let you know a couple of ways that you can support the show. While it's happening, you can head to the Stream Elements link that is in the description below. And actually, I have not. Hello, Richie Z. Also good to see you. Very good to have you in. I have forgotten to post this in the chat, but if you want to... use this link that is now going to be pinned on your chat, whether you are on YouTube or Twitch. It is our method of super chatting. We call it Snuffy Chatting because of Mr. Snuffleupagus back here. He is the patron saint of Timbip Live. I believe you believe. We all see. He's our guy. And if you use that Stream Elements link, which once again is either pinned in your chat or is at the description below, your donation message will be right up here on screen, regardless of how you use it. It's up here. And the last time anybody donated, it said Perry smells like dick cheese. And that's been a couple weeks ago. Maybe even 3. I don't remember. So it's been up there for a little while. And if you want to get that off of the screen, it would be appreciated, even though I love Shy Guy and he's wonderful. But it's been up there for a minute. And I'm tired of looking at it. So, but anyway, if you also cannot support the show monetarily, you can just hit that like button. Or subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And yeah, follow the show on social media at My Bourbon Pod. And patreon.com/My Bourbon Podcast for as little as $1 a month. Or become a free member over there, too. That's a rude comment. I mean, it was meant in jest. Shy Guy, that's just kind of the way that Shy Guy operates. He means it with no ill intent. He's a sweetheart. I don't know where he is tonight, though. I'm not sure where Shy Guy is. Haven't seen him yet, but I'm sure he'll show up eventually. So. All right. Oh, I mean, it would be odd if he knew that that's how I smell. Because for one, no, I don't. Two, we've never seen each other in person before. It would be quite odd. But regardless, let's go ahead and do two things. One, okay, struggle with opening the liquid death. And two, get our poor letter A. We crank off. Thank you, Kyle, for enhancing my vocabulary. Ready to go. And then we will start on the news. So like I said, there is a lot to get to this week. Starting with proper use case, thank you, of course. Of course. Starting with the improperly formatted, rather. Gonna try to hang. We're having downtime for the kids. All good if you can't. Jeff, if you want to, go ahead and send me the results for the flight. I am not going to be looking at my phone for a little while or my messages. And I will just have it hanging out in the background. That is totally fine as well. But we are heading to the improperly formatted fredminnick.com, and Bourbon Bites is going to jump for a little while because he's got a work call. Sit it out. Appreciate you. Try to stop back in soon. Of course, Clifton. No big deal. Where we are going to talk about Stitzel Weller's celebrating Derby and more April 26th to May 3rd. So if you are around, you can go to the Stitzel Weller Distillery and check out some of their many events, which you can also head to their website and learn more about. They have tickets available for them. From the 26th to May 2nd, they have the Triple Crown Experience, which requires reservations and is $58.30 a ticket. It's a 30-minute curated guiding tasting experience exploring the historical intersection of a race day in Stitzel Weller Distillery. Guests will enjoy a flight featuring Blade and Bow and the prestigious Blade and Bow 22 year, a race day-inspired cocktail in a souvenir glass, and an individual meat and cheese pairing. There's local stay, which does not require a ticket. And it's just kind of a nice, like, you go hang out and you get a discount. If you're a resident of Shively, you get an extra discount. And then there is the luxury suite experience, which requires a ticket. It is $466.40. I guess we'll have exclusive access for 2 hours to a suite of rooms that are originally served as the personal offices of our founders. You get the rare expressions from the Stitzel Weller Distillery rickhouses, including 24-year-old Stitzel Reserve, Blade and Bow 22-year-old, and Blade and Bow 30-year-old. And you get a host and whatnot. And then Stitzel Weller's 91st birthday celebration with no ticket necessary on May 3rd. Join us on the lawn to toast 91 years of bourbon history. Yeah, cocktails, snacks, whatnot. Again, hit up their website for more information. The Ingram Distillery is officially opened to the public in Columbus, Kentucky. Yay. I don't have a whole lot to say on this one. It's just another little, tiny distillery. Presently available on shelves in Alaska, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Minnesota, Tennessee, Texas, and Wisconsin, as well as online through Ingram's, or presently, excuse me, through Ingram's shop page. Yeah. So if you're looking for another small distillery to go and visit, there you have it. But speaking of small distilleries, Jeff the Creed has expanded their experiences moving forward, which is pretty cool. I mean, say what you will about some of Jeff the Creed's products, but their grounds are quite beautiful. If you've never been there, especially to and from Louisville, Kentucky, it's worth a visit. Their cocktails are very nice as well. Just overall something you should check out if you get the chance. Revitalized and expanded experiences are designed to engage both first-time visitors and long-time fans. The enhanced tasting format now kicks off with a dynamic introduction to Jeff the Creed before guests dive into a guided flight showcasing the brand's signature bourbon, starting off at $5 for adults. For those craving a deeper look behind the curtain, the Distillery Tour and Tasting Experience offers visitors an immersive walk through the production floor where visitors explore the art and science of bourbon making and how Jeff the Creed's heirloom bloody butcher corn and all natural, locally grown ingredients shape its signature Our Farm to Your Glass whiskey. Full distillery tasting is available for $15, offering exceptional value for guests seeking a deeper dive. They got a single barrel thieving experience for $45. Jeff is all their own juice? Yes, they are at this point. Honestly, I don't know if they ever did any kind of sourcing. If they did, honestly, I don't even really know where they would have done it from. But as far as I have, as long as I have known Jeff the Creed, it has always been their own distillate. And it's both admired and maligned, and it is what it is. So, try it for yourself, I suppose. And the last experience, the Our Farm to Your Glass, $35. It's an immersive encounter highlighting the farm-driven ethos and multi-generational legacy that defines Jeff the Creed, showcasing the craftsmanship and care behind every bottle in a way the distillery has never presented before. So, pretty cool. Go check it out. I would recommend. Speaking of experiences, Buffalo Trace is opening their John G. Carlisle Cafe on May 11th, so just a few weeks away. Welcoming 70 guests with additional seats on the patio. This is something that we've kind of been looking at briefly here and there over the past couple of months, but they finally announced it this week. Keeping with the distillery's motto, honor tradition, embrace change, the John G. Carlisle Cafe features historic artifacts that connect guests to the people and moments that have shaped the distillery's more than 2 centuries of history. On display is the only known bottle of Carlisle whiskey, which has been preserved in the distillery's archives, along with rare photographs of the original Carlisle distillery and the images of employees using the clubhouse dating back to the 1950s. In celebration, there's a bunch of events coming up. Mondays for the first 3 weeks. Kick off the week with free meal Mondays for the first 100 guests. Tuesday, again, this is all like the first 3 weeks of the cafe being open. Explore Buffalo Trace with from the archives, an open house event from noon to 2 with lead archivist Nick Laracuente, featuring John G. Carlisle Cafe historical highlights and a curated archives display on the second floor of the Elmer T. Lee Clubhouse. Wednesday, Whiskey Wednesdays, with complimentary samples of a new soon-to-be announced release served all day. Bottles will also be available to purchase in the gift shop. And then Thursday, Connect with the distillery's craftsmen through Meet the Masters, a limited 1-hour meet and greet opportunity happening inside the cafe. 14th, Harlan Wheatley. 21st, Danny Kahn. And the 28th, Drew Mayville, the master blender. And then on Fridays, Freddie Fridays. Freddie's Old Fashioned Soda products available in the cafe, plus special appearances by Freddie Johnson. That sounds like they're parading him around like a character at Disney World, honestly. Come sit at your table and wait for Freddie to come and meet you. Get your picture with him. Make sure you've got your autograph book ready for him to sign. Saturday, Sippin' Saturday. Seasonal limited edition or limited time cocktails in the cafe, plus a Buffalo Trace bourbon-infused Rebecca Ruth's chocolate pairing. And then Sunday, Grain and Glass featuring a complimentary breakfast bite from 11 a.m. to noon, including complimentary tastings of E.A. Taylor Board Grain. Yay. Could you imagine? First of all, going to every one of those. And then if you had a significant other, convincing them, first of all, that it was worth it. And second of all, to let you go to all of them, it would wear me out. I would be worn out. And Old Forester, before I move on to this first sample, and I'll probably do the second sample as well, has introduced the Perfecta for the Derby. I know not a lot of people outside of Kentucky care much about the Kentucky Derby, but wanted to highlight this cocktail because it sounded quite good, and figured I would highlight it for you. But 1.5 ounce Old Forester 86 proof, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, 3 ounces of ginger beer, and you garnish it with lime and mint. Served over ice in a branded cup. Okay, dude. But I'm sure you could, you'd be fine just making it at home. It looks really good. And I'm, for the first time in many years, busy on Derby Day, unfortunately. But I really want to make this. So that was very loud. Why was that so loud? That does look tasty. Is mint julep still one of the Derby drinks? It is the Derby drink. And it's not that I don't enjoy a mint julep, but I can only have about one. And this looks like a really, really good alternative. So, also, I'm probably not going to use 86 proof. I'm probably going to use the Signature 100 or something like that. Had one like 20 years ago. I love that. That's awesome. But here's all the instructions for it, including lightly stirring it. So, all right. Quick break from the news so we can talk about the first two samples here. And yes, I did decide last minute that I was going to do A and B at the same time. A has a slightly lower proof smell to it. Somewhere in the 90s. It smells really nice. Just kind of like a somewhat classic bourbon thing going on, I suppose. Little citrusy, actually. Slightly bitter. Whoa. Hold on. Somewhere in the 90s, me too, bro, me too. Hey, yeah. Early 90s, of course. Perry, I was casually looking around locally for the OGD 114 single barrel. No luck yet. Have you gone back to it? So I went back to it on this week's episode of the podcast. And then Kyle wound up finding me. He wound up finding me my own bottle because I was borrowing Chad's for the stream last week and what turned into this week's episode. And that probably is enough information to let you know how much I enjoyed it. Different barrels, but I mean, fair. But regardless, I still liked it enough. I recommend you do the same by going out and getting one for yourself. I'm sorry that last week's stream was such a mess. Both streams. It's also great though. I have not had the chance to open it yet. That will probably be a tomorrow thing. So. A has a crazy mouthfeel. All right, let's try B. B smells slightly more herbal. More rye forward. Sent you a link to the spreadsheet, each sample on its own tab. Okay, awesome. That will make the reveal a lot more fun, actually. So I'll be able to pull it up on here. Can share here if people won't spoil your call. It's not whether or not people won't spoil. Oh, you mean like the spreadsheet? Go ahead and, yeah, you can go ahead and share the spreadsheet. Go for it. I don't think anybody's gonna spoil it in chat. I'm not worried about that. I thought you meant like saying he's the secret slime action is. Actually, Jeff, you might not be able to share. You probably can't share links. Here. There. I shared the doc. Now people can look at it themselves if they would like to. Yeah, I realized that YouTube chat is weird about sharing links. So I just went ahead and threw it. Maybe give the whack attack a wrench. I mean, done. Can I be trusted? He just met me. Hello, Prescription Bourbon. How are you? Cheers to you too. I hope you've been well. With responsibility comes great power. I do love that eventually, like if live streams don't ever grow, it's just gonna be all mods. You're just all gonna be mods, you know. My hair is driving me crazy. The edges are not cooperating. What I'm going to do? I'm going to fix it. There we go. Got mine in high ponytail. It'll probably come down later. I just couldn't deal with it any longer. I've been knighted. So far, I think I'm going B over A. So far. I also didn't do a particularly tight or good ponytail. I was just trying to get it out of the way more than anything. So, all right, let's move back to the news. Talk about new releases, things that are going to be coming out sooner or later. BR Distilling has announced Blue Note Weeded Bourbon. Excuse me. Coming in at 70.21.9. And that's 70 corn, 21 wheat, 9 barley, and 101 proof. I believe this is supposed to be a 4-year-old bourbon at $44.99. It is joining their portfolio of juke joint, toasted, uncut, and straight rye. I am somewhat excited about this. I'm going in with a little bit of restraint, but I couldn't imagine who that is. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you where this comes from, especially considering it's distilled in Kentucky. Wow. Ooh. Oh, wow. 70-21-9 distilled in Kentucky. Ooh, wow. 4 years old. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, man. Anyway. Yeah, I'm sure we will wind up reviewing this on the show before too long. Kyle, be on the ready. Ready yourself, brother. We've got a good relationship with Blue Note. They like us. Uncharted versus Green River Wheat versus Blue Note Wheated for no reason whatsoever. Couldn't tell you a single reason why we would do that. This is exciting, though. Barrel strength, sour mash, Michter's whiskey. In May 2026. I'm very excited for this. I think this will be a dark horse for 2026 best ofs. I think it will be, at least one of us is excited. What do you mean? What do you mean? Once again, we'll review it and we'll see together. Definitely want to get the Michters. I mean, I'm curious. I think that this will be not the biggest fan of toasted sour mash, so hopefully this one is good. I'm curious. I think that there's something here. I think we have something coming out of left field in a way that we haven't from Michter's in a long time. I don't even know the last time that a new release of Michter's that was even kind of in this range tickled me even a little bit. There is nothing that I will not, unless somebody just comes out and is like, it tastes like goat piss, I will not be deterred from being excited about this. There's a reason why I don't read or listen to reviews. It's because I want to go in and just try whiskeys without any other kind of information, right? Like, I need to know based on my own experience whether it's good or not. You know? PFG? What's PFG? Regular sour mash definitely was missing something. I mean, fair. Oh, last year's Bombergers? I don't think I had last year's Bombergers. I will be excited about this until I try it, and then I'm disappointed. Blindly gave it a 91. Whoa. Crazy. So we'll see. But Hold on. I got to stretch my knee out. I'm sorry. Ugh. Pursuit Spirits. I should have put this earlier. Forgot. My bad. Pursuit Spirits was named for the 2026 Whiskey Rose Series, which normally is bourbon focused, but they went with the right. They went with the double oak rye. Tore up, living. Yeah, the final selection, a Pursuit United Double Oak Rye, was chosen by a panel including Shoemake, Josh Howes, and Tommy Craggs. Okay, too many names. It doesn't matter. Very cool, though. Yeah, love it. There's only 160 bottles. And starting, what is this? Oh, yesterday. Available... and only $70. Sold at Pursuit Spirits, Doc Crow's, Justin's, and multiple Cox's and Evergreen locations throughout Louisville. So, good stuff. Congratulations, Pursuit. Moving on to bigger news. Not bigger news necessarily, but some other news throughout the week. Jack Daniels unveiled their ultra-high proof small batch rye from Hidden Gem Barrel Houses. Now, they have been focusing on, of course, Coy Hill, Boiler Hill, and Fire Brigade Fields, but my buddy Logan sent me a text. Where is this? Tuesday? Yes. And pointed out this this clump of here's Logan. Look, Slop Hill. Where are the Slop Hill barrels? Where's the Where's the sloppy? You sent a better one, better res one? There we go. Give me that sloppy. Give me that sloppy, Jack. Where them sloppy? Where that sloppy at? I want that sloppy Jack. Give me them sloppy Jack barrels. We're making a trip down there or what? Not saying no. Not saying no. Bottle to barrel proof with intensities ranging from 142.7 to 146.1. This release represents the pinnacle of Jack Daniel's high proof rye innovation. The liquid was distilled from 129 select barrels matured for an average of 10 years, showcasing the unique environmental impact of each barrel house. Got Jersey Mike's. Oh, I've been craving Jersey Mike's. Slop is a great name. I don't know why they chose it, but it's so good. It's just incredible. Yeah, 142.7 to 146.1. 70 rye, 18 corn, 12 malted barley, 375 bottles, and they are $65. Don't think I could ever be truly tired of Jersey Mike's. I could not either, and I have been craving it so bad recently. I had a good dinner, though. It was leftovers, but it was still a good dinner. Why is everything in my OBS out of whack? Making it to the top of Slop Hill must be euphoric. Don't go often, but if I ate Mike's a week straight, I would not get tired of it. You could swap up the cold, the toasted, and the hot sandwiches. Got the classic Italian Mike's away. Classic Italian Mike's way with add-on pepper relish. There you go. It's like reaching nirvana, I've heard. Take me to the top of Slop Hill. Take me to the top of Slop Hill. Take me to the top of Slop Hill. Can't say that. Sloppy. Top of sloppy. Sloppy. Slop top hill jackin'. Top of slop hill jackin'. Well, you know that I'm going to Jack, and I'm going to the top of Slop Hill, and I'm going to top it. Top of Slop Hill, top hills, Jackin'. Star Hill Farms coming back. I found my thrill on the top of Slop Hill. And I've been jacking. Take me to the top of Slop Hill. I've been jacking, you know. Who named it World's Best Wheat Whiskey? World Whiskey Awards? Great. Starfish Hill? Awesome. Right next to Slop Top. What? Good thing we're not monetized. I mean, I'd like to be monetized. But, again, nobody's friggin' donating. Star Hill Farm 2026 is crafted from 2 mash bills, one composed entirely of malted wheat and another of 70% wheat and 30% malted barley. The final blend, 27% wheat, 62% malted wheat, and 11% malted barley, delivers a dark, more layered aromatic profile with a rounder structure and amplified fruit notes compared to that of 2025. I am very curious what that is going to look like in comparison, considering how great the 2025 release was. Our dad's dad jokes were wholesome. We millennials' dad jokes are all dick jokes. I mean, what are you going to do? 116.4 proof, $100 a bottle. I'm excited for this one. Genuinely. So, I love this bottle. I love the dimpled, ribbed for everyone's pleasure. You know what I mean? Everyone's pleasure. I don't even know what this is for. The Widow Jane 8-month age tequila ocho casks. Butt chugging? You're right. Probably going to be fine, if I had to imagine. If I had to guess. 10-year bourbon finished for 8 months, and the tequila casks, 91 proof, $75. Okay. Cool. Enjoy. Go find it if you like. But then we do also have the 22-year Blade and Bow, which is coming out, which I'm sure none of us are going to see or try. Widow Jane is one of those brands that somehow keeps chugging on. I think it's because they've got like the love and attention up in New York. Like, I have to imagine that's where it has most of its sales. But I just don't think that it's, I don't know. I doubt that it's got any sort of like true cult following. Who's the entirety of Widow Jane for? I don't know. Just like I don't know who $1,100 22-year-old 92 proof bourbon is for. I don't know who this is for. I want to meet Widow Jane's biggest fan. What if we did like a contest where we put out on social media like ISO, Widow Jane's biggest fan. FT, a handshake. All those New York City bars are like locally sourced from our very own state bourbon old fashioned, $39.99 a glass. Yeah, but then like they source all of that bourbon from so many different states. So it's not even actually New York bourbon. It's for the rich. I mean, true. Does Widow Jane even have a master distiller? No, I think they just source. No. No, they do distill. Oh, you're thinking of Lisa Wicker. Formerly of Widow Jane. Who went to, it's one of my favorite stories from the Garrett County Distilling Company saga. She was at Widow Jane, and then she left to go to Garrett County, and she was literally there for like a week. And they didn't like the fact that she doesn't stop someone from having the title, even if they don't distill. True. She was there for like a week because she was trying to run Garrett County's distillation program, like an actual distillation program. And Garrett County was so bad at running a distillery that they fired her in, I want to say, less than a week. I covered it at the time. Like, I remember talking about it on stream. And I mean, she was there for like 5 days. I want to cheer on and support women-ran distilleries or minority-owned distilleries, but they worry so much more about the story than they do the quality of the product, unfortunately. Uncle Nearest. It is what you make of it, you know. I mean, I feel like it's a conversation for a different time. But I'm not saying just, you know, lie. But yeah, I mean, support for sure. But anyway, while I am away from the news screen, let's move on to C&D. Respect what Mill and Green are doing for sure. For sure. Mill and Green are doing good stuff. I tried to get on their sample list, and they never followed through on that. I was really bummed. One of the few Texas distilleries that I truly like. So, all right. Done A and B. Got to tell me about these places. You're the only source I have for knowledge of Pers anymore. Worst teacher ever? Man, come on. I'm doing my best, bro. Doing my best. So I've done A and B so far. I have B over A at the moment. I'll quickly go back and make sure that that still holds. We're trying out here, but they keep drowning us. Yeah. B over A. For sure. All right. C and D. C goes crazy on the nose. Let's see. For anybody who... So I'm doing this blind, of course. Jeff Wack has provided the results for anybody who is curious. But don't spoil it in the chat, of course. But if you want to look at what it is that I am drinking, there are the results for anybody who would like to know. Wait for the reveal? Fair. Totally fair. Ooh. Ooh, what is that? What's up, Andy? Still laughing at Starfish Hill and Jeffing off. Still going. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Pat. How are you? We're going until at least 9 because I've got more news and the rest of this flight. How are you, Pat? Good to see you. How are things? All love, Perry. Cheers, brother. Good to see you, Andy. Been busy with beer and retirement stuff. I'm happy to hear that you have A, been busy, and B, sounds like you're enjoying what you're doing still, too. I like C a lot, by the way. D. D. D smells like... Hey, nerds, leave more barrel rings? Absolutely leave more barrel rings. 859-428-8253. Leave a barrel ring so that Kyle and I can hear your thoughts, read your thoughts on the podcast. And if you only watch the live streams and you don't know about the podcast that comes out every Wednesday, listen to it on your podcast app of choice or right here on YouTube. Hour to 2 hours long. And Kyle, who was in the chat, also known as Corking Off, is our new co-host. And he's doing a fantastic job at it, may I say. I'm very proud of him. Went to Total Wine an hour ago. After tax, the bill came out perfectly at $180. Wow. Get to start blending whiskey soon? Oh. Patrick. The only bourbon I bought was $17.92 full proof, and it came out to $180? Did you buy 3 bottles? Yeah, there it is. It was just one $17.92? What happened? D smells like bourbon how I remember it from when I first started drinking bourbon. I want to sit around. Yeah, the fullest proof. I want to sit around a campfire. I want to talk with people. I want to just enjoy the camaraderie of whiskey again. Does that mean D is Elijah Craig? That's always the most bourbony bourbon to me. I don't know. I don't know what D is yet. It kind of feels like it. It kind of feels like it could be. But I don't know. I'm not playing the guessing game at the moment because I didn't plan on it, or else I'd be writing down all of my guesses. I got 1792 St. George Terroir Gin, a small bottle of Dolan, dry vermouth, 12-pack of 2 Hearted Hazy IPA, passion fruit syrup, cactus pear syrup, and a ton of single THC cans for my wife to try. Weller Foolproof and Knob Creek 12 taste like the bourboniest bourbons I've ever had. I don't think it's a Weller Foolproof. I could definitely see it going towards Knob Creek, though. I could also definitely see myself going back towards the news for a little bit. Not seeing it in a great way or anything. Oh, okay. You know what? Y'all have seen this already this week. Buffalo Trace is putting out Eagle Rare 30. $12,500. $12,500. That's a bottle. Very Eagle super bottle. Much rare. Again, can't read this exactly, but for those of you who haven't seen, last week, The Court of Appeals ruled home distilling ban unconstitutional. The U.S. Court of Appeals in New Orleans ruled that a ban on home distilling, which dates to 1868, is unconstitutional according to multiple news outlets. The law was enacted in order to prevent people from evading tax collectors as part of a law that placed excise taxes on distilled spirits and tobacco. The law was challenged, resulting in New Orleans' Fifth Court of Appeals' decision on Friday to overturn the law. The court's ruling said the law was passed in the first place because a private distilling operation could more easily conceal proofs of its spirits or hide the operation completely. Classic move on no hot takes this week. I see you. Surprised the Super Eagle didn't make it. Yeah. JHU, Andy. Like 180 of fanciest bottle ever to a bottle of jank bourbon or whiskey. But per UPI's reporting, the court ruled that Congress's taxing power reaches only existing subjects, not activity that may generate subjects of taxation. But otherwise, preventing activity that, lest it give rise to tax evasion, places no limit whatsoever on Congress's power under the taxation clause. So what this is saying, in layman's terms, I suppose, is that there is no reason to keep people from distilling spirits at home if they are not trying to keep from creating a profit from it, or if they are trying to pursue a way to keep others from making a profit off of it, or keep something under the table. If we get to legalize home distilling as long as you don't sell, yeah, you'll go blind. So this is actually pretty cool. It could. I mean, this is of course just in a local appellate court. Not to say that it's going to make it all the way to federal, but I mean, this is a good first step, and I agree with Pat too. It's a dumb law. There's no reason for this to. I mean, there are safety protocols that are going to have to be in place for people so that we don't see houses and trailers and whatnot get blown up from people thinking that they can just home distill whiskey and then they have their faces blown off. But regardless, I mean, not a bad thing to see that. See that this has been overturned. I'm in favor of it. I also don't think one of the core tenets it seems to be here is the argument that it would prevent capital from being raised, and I truly just don't think that that's the case. There's a lot of work that goes into the actual. When people, this is a very good point. When people let meth labs exist but go after home stills, an incredible point as well. Not to say that people were, there could be people who were letting home stills exist for the same reason that they were letting meth labs exist, for the same reason. But to my point though, there is a lot of work that goes into home distillation, not home brewing, actual home distillation, and so it would be a big hill to climb for people who are interested in actually distilling spirits at home, as opposed to just going to a store and buying alcohol. So is this going to change things overnight? No, because again, it's going to have to go through a much more rigorous legal process to get it approved and get it removed from the full national legal matters. But at the same time, too, I mean, it's not like people are going to jump on it and immediately want to immediately want to start distilling. So we'll see. But still very cool. Still very cool. Let me look at something real quick. Because yeah, I think I'm going to skip my last couple of articles and just go right to our TTB labels, because I've still got to hit my my last two samples. How is the handle of Turkey 101 coming along? Thank you so much for asking. I will offer an update on it here, and then also offer an update on it on the podcast next week. But for those of you who don't know, I purchased we have some labels that just got approved. Pat, text them to me, and I want to look at them because I don't know what they are. For those of you who don't know, I bought a handle of Turkey 101 about a month ago, and I've been fighting my way through this bottle. And when I say it's bad, it's just a really bad bottle of Turkey 101. And I brought it to Chad, my daily bourbon, to try. I do love 101, but this is not a good bottle. This is an off bottle. And I took it to Chad to try. And he said that there was something wrong with it. And then he said, can you bring another sample in to try with one of the guys that works with him who used to work at Turkey? And he also said that it didn't taste like turkey. And so I thought, I don't want to, suffer. Not suffer. Suffer is a stupid way to put that. But I didn't want to, fight my way through pores of a bottle that I bought. And so I emailed Turkey's customer service or customer support and was like, hey, here's the lot code, here are the problems I had with it and everything. And they emailed me back. Did I buy it at Big Lots? I bought it at Liquor Barn. It tasted like a Big Lots bourbon. I mean, honestly, it tasted like what you would think bourbon tastes like, or people who kind of amalgamate the taste of bourbon too. But they emailed me back and they said, we'll send you instructions for shipping it back to us at their cost. And that was the last I heard from them. And I mean, that was a couple of days ago. So I don't know what the next step is. I don't know if they're going to send me like a free bottle or what, but I definitely don't want to drink any more of this. It's not good. It tastes like you mixed like lemon pledge cleaner with bourbon. I mean, it's tough. It's really not good. So, going to send you a gold foil? Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Signed by Jimmy from the 80s. We broke out the turkey tail time machine, and we used the one trip that we had to run it back to... oh, no. The one trip that it had to go back in time and explain it to young Jimmy that a podcaster, and he didn't know what that meant. I think his head might have exploded. Had a bad bottle of Turkey 101, and we needed him to sign a bottle so we can make it up to him. And he also shot us off his property. 2023 Pride of Anderson County versus 2026 Gold Foil. There we go. There we go. Now we're making progress. All right. Let's hit these TTB labels so I can also refocus on my flight here. United. Pursuit United. Extra special double oak bourbon. 123 proof? I don't know. I mean, this is interesting. I don't know what they're doing here, but I'm excited for it. They've also got a rye coming as well, of course. I guess the 123 proof is a placeholder. $1,000 well spent. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. Of course, it's their 3 mash bill blend, but we'll find out. I was going to talk about this last week, and then my entire everything just crapped the bed, and I wasn't able to. But double mash, Bottled and Bond, Heaven Hill, Masterful Union of Wheated and Traditional Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 9 years old. 9 years old. I'm very excited for this. I had a bottle of Peerless Double Oaked Rye with that cleaner note. In retrospect, I should have emailed them, but I cracked it open and recorded a review unknowing it wasn't right. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I wasn't going to review the Turkey 101, but, I mean, it was definitely a bottle where I was like, I'm going to drink this. And the other thing, too, is, like, if it hadn't been a handle, I probably wouldn't have thought twice about it. But I was not thinking about, I was not considering, you know, trying to get through it more than I already had. So, is what it is. $120 bottle to have a sharp metallic, Sharpie metallic cleaner, sharp metallic cleaner note. Really threw me off. Sounds horrible. This is such an interesting label. Tax the Rich bourbon whiskey. Okay. No notes. The original Silver Belly. This is Alan Jackson's whiskey, right? 100 proof, commemorative concert release. Last call. Is this for what? Is he going on like a retirement tour? Do I listen to Jack White? I love Jack White. I saw him at Bourbon and Beyond last year. OFC 2007. 90 proof. Yay. The year is 2007. Apple unveils its first ever iPhone. I don't want to read the rest of that. Old Forester 117 Warehouse L barrels. It's the newest addition to Brown Foreman. Okay, 95 proof. Is there a the in front of my name since I was knighted today? There is now the Jeffrey Wack. Old Forester 117 Buffalo Trace Edition. We've added a horsey to the top and we'll charge $5.99 a bottle. Yeah, there's literally nothing special about these. It's just from a warehouse. Oh, yeah. Jeff, Kyle did mention this. He wants you to be on Corking Off. And whether he calls it Jeffing Off or whacking off. Who's to say? Bro, the Murica bourbons are just really hitting the timeline. I missed something. What's the story? You know, Kyle's Corking Off thing. He names things depending on what it is. You know, whether it's if he has you on for an episode on Instagram. He calls it Jeffing Off or whacking off. Perry said it with a straight face. Yeah, you know, Kyle wants to whack you off. Well, sorry, he wants to whack off with you. Kyle's Corking Off thing, that condition that Kyle has. Yeah, you know, he's a duck. Here.
Kyle, and today we will be corking off the Rock Hill Farms. Oh my daddy corn. All right, baby, let's pour this daddy up.
Daddy, chill.
A little bit of splatter, it don't matter.
Yeah, boy! Rock Hill Farms is a single barrel,
holy zoomer edit,
100 proof, formerly bottled in bond product from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. And this elusive little bad bunny is hard to find, hard to cork, sexy to cork off. Bam, baby, boom, boom. It used to do, oh my God. You used to be able to uncork this daddy by flipping it over and it would aerate. You would get some suck action here, and then the suck action would actually cause a refractory bring back.
I'm still sticking to my paint chip theory. You can't tell me you didn't crack up best cork ratings on the web? Absolutely. Dog, these videos are unbelievably good.
Blowback, blow, redrip, action. I know those are scientific facts, and those are scientific words as well.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that aeration, everybody.
Or maybe I'm dumb or forgot how to use it, but I can get that.
Yes.
Both are enough.
All right. Anyways, let's get to the nose. All right. The nose is very soft, vanilla, caramel, a little bit of caramel. I typically say caramel. Who the hell am I?
A little bit of Monica.
Hi. A little oak. It's really pretty. All right. Anyways, let's try the sips. Yeah, on the palate, I get a little bit of red fruit action along with those caramel, a little salted caramel, actually, and vanilla, toasted oak, a little spicy on the back end of the palate, hitting the chest, giving me that Kentucky hug. It's great. The finish is hot. But overall, it's very smooth.
Smooth.
Please. What's up? It's your boy Kyle from Corking Off with...
Wait, you didn't even do the cork rating.
What's up? It's your boy Kyle. No, it's not. Let's do this.
Why is that only
What's up? It's Costco Bottle, featuring me, Costco Man, from Costco Bottle, Costco Center.
Only in my right ear.
Bing.
Wait, why? Hello? Instagram. Why you no like? Hello?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Kyle from Corking Off with Kyle, and today we'll be corking off Four Roses Small Batch Select. Small Batch Select is from the Four Roses Distillery. It's a blend of 6 and 7 year old high rye and low rye bourbon using their V, K, and F strains of yeast. Their high rye.
Instagram never works on browser. I mean, that was an exceptionally bad, like... Why do your co-hosts have to start stuff with Chad? I don't know.
Rye is a 35% mash bill, and their low rye is a 20% rye mash bill. Let's get this thing poured up. Let's see if we can cork this thing off quick, hard, and fast. Oh, it was a little wet at the end. Pour. Bam! We're going to be quick and athletic with this nose. We got fruit. We're in between like blackberry, raspberry jam. You've got cinnamon, allspice, vanilla, oak. It's surprisingly oaky for a 6 to 7 year old blend. Let's hit it on the palate. It's extremely viscous for only 104 proof. Rich, vanilla. It's got the like stewed fruit situation going on here. The finish, kind of spicy. It's got like dry vanilla or dry like cinnamon and oak tannins that are really nice and really flavorful. Really love this bourbon, guys. The cork, 6 out of 10. Pretty cool. It doesn't knock my cork off. And the bourbon, 7.5 out of 10, baby. Peace. Yo!
It's corking off. We haven't corked off on stream before. Now you know what they know. Y'all are killer pair. Love it. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. I am very happy with Kyle being a part of this show. Anyway, TTB labels again. George Washington's bourbon whiskey. Do we ever cork off together? We're working up to it. Our relationship just isn't there yet, you know? But this is apparently from the actual Mount Vernon distillery. 7 years old, 90, what is that? 94, 93 proof? I think it's 94. Crafted using 18th century methods. I doubt that it's actually, you know, exactly. Whatever. You get it. Buck Dancer. Straight whiskey. Got to cork off together. Builds camaraderie. It's an emotional investment. Can't wait to see Perry try to keep up with Kyle Zoomer energy vid. I think what's going to happen is every time that he does that, I'm just going to fall backwards. Hey, Papa Ritter. Hi, Papa Ritter. Lacrosse Distilling in Wisconsin. Red, white, and blue heirloom corn. There we go. Willing to cork off together? We'll do it. Cork off on your own time. Perry should totally do a get off my lawn response video. Just do the cringy adults not understanding Zoomer references and use old references like floss dance. Oh, I want to cork, but I want to cork off. What do you mean or not? I want to cork. I want the cork. I want to cork it. I want to cork off. Let me cork off. Let me get the sloppy. I mean, it's slop hill, Jack Daniels. Top of the slop hill, Jack. You want me to lead a corking off episode? Done. What's going on here? Tarek, it's better if you don't ask. It's been an interesting stream. It's good to see you, though, brother. I hope you're well. Barrel Bourbon New Year, though. Cast strength, of course, 110 proof. Who's to say? 7-3-21-4-1. Oh, I'll be in the cork chair. Pour the value bottle of the moment, not Blender's edition. One hand is holding my Glen. The Glen, my free hand. Not reading that message, shy guy. Dogfish Head and Rolling Stone, American single malt whiskey, celebrating 250 years of American music. Just do a bourbon. Shy guy suggesting the raunchiest thing of all time is exactly what I expected. Yeah. Catching up on yesterday's podcast, I found the moment. There we go. Uh, 90 proof, 5 years. This is a crazy collaboration, though. I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, I'm very curious about it. So, also, barrel, decade 2, 20 years. It's just whiskey. 142.7 proof. So, hazmat. Canada. Now I got to snag a New Riff single barrel 6-year malted rye if you find one. I haven't seen it anywhere, but I will try to. Kentucky Boy. Distilled by Brown Foreman, straight bourbon whiskey. 100 proof. Who is this actually being released under? Just for Chris Morris? It's just interesting. I don't know what to make of this. Promoting to children or no? I don't know. I mean, it's I get it. It's just strange. Distillery drops, but Brown Foreman? What Brown Foreman distillery? Old Forester, Woodford, Jack. There's a horsey. See, I found it. I found a horsey. I'm a Kentucky boy. And unnecessarily, yeah. I mean, it is unnecessary, but it seems like it's just a one-time thing for Chris Morris's 50th anniversary. We got King of Kentucky and Kentucky boy. Uh, 2026 or 2026, if that's how you want to say it. I don't care. Discovery from Bardstown Bourbon Company. Very hard to see that tiny little text there, but 55% Indiana 10-year, 75-21-4. 25% Kentucky 11-year, 74-18-8, and 20% Kentucky 70-year, 74-15-10. Wait, 70 what? 74-16-10. Bespoke Rich Bourbon Blend aged in rare Gariana oak barrels during a transitional season on an upper floor. It's a party. Hate those new Bardstown labels. They are kind of terrible. They're pretty bad. OZ Tyler, yeah. Discovery losing its identity bums me out. It's just nothing. Like, this is cool. This back panel thing. But there's nothing else about this that is, like, interesting. This is, I mean, just... This sucks, man. Just that absolute heartbreaker. And last but not least, on the TTB labels, triple pot stilled, bottled in bond. Woodford Reserve. This is the, what was it? The distillery series in the 375s. 100 proof, of course. But triple pot stilled. Your new pop hair makes it look like the Robert Redford Jeremiah Johnson gif. You know what's funny? Pat, I don't know if you heard the episode where I talked about it. Let whiskey speak for itself. Now we're finishing stuff. This isn't it. All around L. I completely agree. Also, folks, that's all the news that's fit to print. Now we're gonna finish out this flight. Think I'm still drinking Disco 4. Hang on. Come on, buddy. Stand up. I know which Robert Redford gif you're talking about. So for folks who don't know, oh no, my little mic. But here's my Funko Pop for episode picks, and here's the original one that Patrick and Heather Starkey made. So when Kyle joined the show, I realized that I needed to make one for him too, and he's back here as well. But hold on. I was like, I didn't want to, mutilate or mangle the original. So like he's still here. He's He's still around. But I've got one that looks a little more like me now, I suppose. But yeah, it does look like the Jeremiah Johnson Robert Redford. It's pretty funny, actually. But yeah, old one's still here. He's still very nearby too, as you saw. Like Angry Joe from the Angry Joe Show. Need a Papa Ritter Funko? Absolutely. All right, last two of the flight. We'll be picking faves and doing reveals and whatnot. And once they made online design a thing, they definitely opened up a lot more options. Yeah, I mean, it was nice being able to go on and, because what I did was I did a 2-pack box. And the way I labeled it was Kyle. And I tried to fit in my whole name, but it wouldn't fit. So I did Perry Longhair, like I had a different edition. Big old Papa Ritter glasses on the Funko, yeah. But yeah, so I have like 2 editions now of my Funko Pop. But you can so what Kyle's talking about too. Sir Perry Longhair of Hairshire. We're not Kyle. What Patrick's talking about too, is you can go and if you like that kind of thing, to like the Funko Pop website. I don't know where the microphone went. And basically like create Funko Pops in your own likeness. I think it's called Pop Yourself. And I mean, if you want the Perry Longhair edition, just you can make one too. So that's what it looks like. It's got a vest and light blue jeans. Like, I'm not going to buy a bunch and then resell them to you. And then the original edition looked like this. Check shirt, black pants, black Converse, basically. Yeah. If I were to make one now, it would look like your first edition. Oh, for yourself? Yes. Yeah, it would look like, yeah. It's pretty funny, actually. My nephew made me one when he was 10 years old. It's carrying a bourbon bottle around. That is so funny. I wish that they had... Like, they don't have on the online options. They've got like a wine bottle, but they don't have an actual, whiskey bottle, or else I would have done one. All right, E and F. So far, D is my favorite. So far, it's DCBA, I would say. When we made one for Clifton, I was tempted to remove the right arm. I didn't know him well enough at the time, though. You should have. I think that would have been great. Oh, E is so good. E tastes like a candy bar. Hey, Tony's back. D is still my favorite. E is phenomenal, though. E almost tastes like a true Reese's peanut butter cup. Just like in its most pure concentrated form. Thinking of starting my night with a martini. Haven't had one in like 7 to 8 years. Interesting. Oh, my knees. My knees have been so bad recently. Just horrible. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. Only over the last 3 years developed a palate for bitter stuff like gin. Man, I love gin so much. Good old vitamin R. Robitussin? Just pure liquid heroin. The first time trying St. George terroir, supposed to be very pine heavy. Interesting. Oh, the nose on F. Gotta go. Good night. Later, Whiskey fam. Y'all have a good weekend. Andy, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great night, great weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Whoa, F is crazy good. Oh. This is what Patrick's drinking. He's drinking beer. Our beer. Duh. It's got the same, the R is almost the same font as RC Cola. And for a second I was like, does RC have a beer? Tad confused. Rainier. Jeff, did you send me like an LE in D? Rainier beer. Beer. Why does D taste like... D is my favorite. This sample D, you have to look up their old commercials. I will have to do that for sure. D definitely is my favorite sample of the night. That's what she said? I know. I know what I've gotten myself into. Oh, no. My wife texted me early. My wife texted me earlier a quote from my oldest, who said, "I saw a dead bird under the tree over there. I can't find its head." No. No. Eden. Oh. Oh, C is so good. All right. Saying about Billy from Forces. All right, I have an order. D, C, E, F, B, A. D, C, E, F, B, A is my order. That is what I am going with and sticking to. Aw. Jeff said enjoy the blind. Thank you, Jeff. All right. Oh, I'm going to hide my my overlay so you can see the results. Solid order. D was the cheapest bottle of the flight, too? Really? Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with my least favorite and work my way up to my favorite then. So, sample A being my favorite. King's Family Wheated Bourbon, MGP 118 proof, non-age stated and not finished. Does not drink like 118 proof. Would have absolutely destroyed me if I had to answer proof on that question, considering I said that it drank like it was in the 90s. That's a going to get you in trouble type of pour. I'm going to tell you right now. B is my second to last. Hard Truth, 4 grain, Indiana, 100 proof, 5 years and not finished. Can I zoom in? How do I zoom in on this? King's Family's by the Pigeon Forge area. I need to visit them still. Really? I did not know they were that close. There we go. Now you can see it better. The Hard Truth not only doesn't drink like it's 4 grain, it drinks well above its weight class for being 100 proof. That is shockingly good. All right, F is next for me. Oh! Don't love THC drinks that have a strong herbal weed note. That is where you and I differ. Going to watch the Mets to all in cheers. I understand and love to you as well, Papa Ritter. F was a Driftless Glen Rye pick by Mash and Drum. From Wisconsin, 6 years old and 120 proof. Delicious. All right, E. In my third place spot, Whiskey War? What is Whiskey War? We known as Def one of the herbs, I think, only detracts from a meal or drink. Okay, fair. What is Whiskey War? I don't know. Oh! High Bank. Hello, Michael Schneider. Good evening, all you wonderful whiskey people. My goodness, you're still on. You need to wrap this shiz up so I can download the replay for my flight to Kentucky in the morning. You're coming to Kentucky this weekend? Michael Schneider? Where are you going to be? Yeah, Ohio Distillery. High Bank in Ohio blended MGP. So interesting. I'm going to have to look into that more. Bourbon Rye Blend MGP, 6.5 years, 116 proof, finished in cognac. That finish is awesome. Okay. Sample C. Being Louisville picking barrels with a group. Pursuit, Wild Turkey, and Wilderness Trail. I hope you have fun. Sounds wonderful. Sample C, my number 2 spot. Obtainium Bourbon Junkie's Canadian Rye pick. 14 years and 130 proof? Yes. 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 Peace and out. Have a good night, y'all. Shy Guy, have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. Wait, I have one sample left. Do you want to see what it is? Do you want to see what my last one is real quick? I have one left to reveal. It's my number one spot for the night. $45.99 at the time. Knob Creek, 2019 pick, 13 years old and 120 proof. Perry's such a Knob Creek addict. Of course, Wack made the Knob D. Now, Clifton's going to get mad. But I think I might be taking the title of the Knob King away from him. I think I might just. The king of the knob. Clifton's also an oak addict. He's got to talk to somebody about that. I can't do anything. My favorite wound up being the Knob Creek. That's crazy. I could serve y'all a block of oak for dinner and y'all would love it. You guys will have to have a knob off while Kyle corks off in the corner. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. And on that note, folks, thank you all so much for watching this week. Jeff Wack, thank you so much for sending this flight. I again apologize for not being able to make it last week. I would have loved to have made a fun, collaborative, family-style stream, but here we are. We'll be knobbing the cork off during a whack-off or something. I'll be seeing you real soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Have a great week. Go listen to the podcast if you haven't done so yet already. Cheers, buddy. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you again, Jeff. See you real soon. Till next time, I'm Perry. This is 10-Bit Live.